Previously, a very confused Fran woke up and revealed what he knew from his sudden memory recovery. While he didn't remember the specifics, it certainly seemed as if someone started using mind magics on him when he was at the academy. It was that magic that convinced him to pursue a romantic relationship with the Emperor in the first place. He also remembered some details about the Triad, but he couldn't speak when he tried to say the words, and it was revealed that he was clearly under a gish. Or several. Fran headed off by himself to have a mental breakdown, and a worried Nova followed to keep an eye on him. They ended up having a nice talk, since Nova was one of the few people who quite literally knew how Fran felt. Kess went to commune with Weejas, as they had a sinking suspicion that they knew who at least two of the Triad were based on what Fran had been able to tell the group. Weejas confirmed their suspicion that both Yannick and Byron were part of it. Fran found a way around the gish that would still hurt him, but would at least reveal the information to the group. He borrowed some parchment from Nova and started writing, revealing that he was the third member of the Triad, but his memories had been constantly erased over the years every time he met with the others. He knew that they reported to someone higher, but he couldn't remember who it was. He also remembered that there had been a previous member of the Triad before he was forced to become one, although once again, he couldn't remember the specifics. The group settled in to talk about what to do next. Rin really wanted to head off to have a talk with Yannick, but the others convinced him to at least wait a little while before going off on his own to try to do that, since the odds of it ending badly were pretty high. Eventually, they decided that trying to head to the academy next seemed like the best idea, although Adria was very skeptical and thought it might be a trap. They then talked a bit of the logistics, trying to make certain that they had a plan for not immediately getting arrested, what with them being at the top of the Empire's most wanted list. Once they had a plan put together, Adria went out to finally hatch the arc-like phoenix egg that she'd been carrying around in her cleavage for ages. She decided to stay behind to bond with it while the group headed to the academy. The next morning, Rialta opened a portal in the tree to Nature's Keep. The group walked through, scandalizing some druids, and then started the half-day's travel to the academy. Travel went fine, and they arrived at the academy around midday. It was a walled city with a gate and several guards standing at it. And that is where we left off.